Welcome to Real Talk with New Order, live on Disco 100, Space 100. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel. Again, we're talking about the role of the family, of the black family. Sorry about that. I'm kind of tired, as you can see. I had a long day or whatever, but we got to have a good discussion. And in the studio, I have Mr. Noki Hardin, who's the economic advisor for the organization. And when we say, please call in at 678-638-6626, 678-638-6626, and be a part of the conversation. Again, Noki, when we say the role of the black family, what's the first thing you think about, bro?
I think about the development of the children that's gonna be the future leaders and the providers of the future generation. So we need to build them in order to encourage. We need to build up them in order to encourage them so that they're able to take care of our peoples or their peoples when they reach the age of being, elders
Mm-hmm.
or being in a older age,
Right.
you know.
I know when I was growing up, it was a privilege to have both parents in the home, so I understand is that before you even try to go outside, make sure that your chores was done, make sure that you had your homework done. It ain't automatic get on no thing called Xbox, because Xbox was in back then. So the discipline has changed, as you can see. So I think that I know this is a different era, but we have to try to go back how it used to be. I don't believe in child abuse, but I do believe in whoopings because I was afraid to get in trouble. These days it's like these kids threaten you. Like if you touch me, I'm gonna call child services on you. Quick thing, you going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So I just concerned on the way our rights has been taken as parents. There was a statistic that 38%, when father's not at home, 38% of young black men is probably incarcerated, locked up. And I was even myself, me and my son was taken away from me when he was younger. He got in trouble. So anybody can be a victim. So I'm just concerned on, if the fathers are trying to be there, even though the mom and the dad does not get along, I don't think they should take it out on their children. That's just my personal opinion. What you think about that?
Well, I think discipline is essential to all things pertaining to development. So in disciplining the child, you're only preparing them to discipline themselves or correct themselves to understand the difference between what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
Also, I feel that if you build a child, this is the only way the child can be self sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I agree with you about the role of the children right now because they being steered away from proper guidance.
Right.
Through all kinds of media outlets where they propagating violence and other provocative behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
So the child must be guided correctly.
Right.
Also with a delicate hand. I'm not one of those who would subscribe to corporal punishment because you can manipulate kids with candy. They do it every Halloween. So we can manipulate the child with all kinds of gimmicks and all kinds of gadgets.
That's right.
My whole thing is develop them so they can be mentally prepared to be the leaders.
That's right.
This is the only way for us to secure our own future
That's right.
because we go from strength to weakness, even in our life. Because at some point, we going to need to depend on that generation to care for us, whether we in a convalescent home or in our own home.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It's very important to be involved with your children. I ain't saying everybody's not, but I just seen that it's just different. Even PTA meetings, when kids come home from school, I wonder if the parents say, "How did school go today? Did you learn anything? Are there any problems?" It was more of a dialogue back then. You feel me?
Yeah.
Kids these days, kids maybe like be getting bullied. They go straight to their room. And they just shut down, and they not saying nothing. And things like that. So you got to communicate. Like you said, like I mean, my mom told me back in the day. I brought you in this world. I take you out. What I'm saying is that if you try to whoop a child these days, they trying to call to law you and stuff like that. So, but again, this is Real Talk with New Order. Please call in at 678-638-6626. We talking about the role of the black family. Now let's go to present. What do you see? And again, you from Chicago. We talk about this all the time. I know Toledo not as big as Chicago, but there's always issues going on within our community. How can we help? How can we fight the enemy if we fighting each other? So what do we need to do presently? Again, things ain't gonna happen overnight, but what we can do presently to start waking our people up.
Well, first of all, we got to contend with a mindset that the parents or the adults have reversed the role. Instead of the children's emulating the adults are emulating the children's.
Right.
If you if you take a glimpse at the parents who's supposed to be the leaders, they actually following the children's.
Right. That's true.
The same thing you see the kids doing on Facebook, they mamas and daddies doing it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
They acting just like they kids.
Right.
I'm talking about the smacking of the lips, the shaking of the butts, the moving of the heads, the attitude. Everything is like, man, you emulating the child. You supposed to be the leader. The child supposed to be emulating you.
Right. Right.
You supposed to set the example. You the leader.
That's right.
You stand out front. But the child right now, or this illusion that youth is the example that we should follow.
Right.
Like you and I both know that we ain't gonna wear our pants is sagging.
Oh no.
But you got some grown men, old as me, wearing they pants sagging.
Right. I remember when I went to visit my dad last year, and I forgot to make the bed up. He said, "Son, you forgot to do something, didn't you?" Even though I'm grown, you think I was gonna talk back? But that's that old school discipline, and I don't think that's going on today. You know what I'm saying? Kids want to disrespect you, but if you don't discipline at a young age, it's gonna catch up to you. Period. If you don't catch them early, as far as it's not a joke anymore. You know what I mean? When kids are doing something because they learn so much from social media, they see stuff on TV. So we have to kind of grab them, let them know, hey, that's no means no.
Right. Well, what we dealing with? We dealing with the court of public opinion.
Right.
So that means the child, they argue with the parents, whether it's a he or a she,
Right.
because they're in a court of public opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So you got they their own lawyer. They represent their case, and they mama is the prosecutor or father are the prosecutors,
Right.
and society is the judge.
Mm.
So they present their case to a judge on their social media.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's and I'm using this as metaphoric,
Right.
as a metaphor, but the whole point I'm making is kind of facetious, but truthfully, the child is literally in a debate with their parents about what's right and what's wrong when they undisciplined in they attitude, in their approach to life, in their way of thinking. They have no discipline at all, but they willing to argue and content with their guide, the one who's supposed to be guiding them to the right path.
Right.
But when y'all share the same uh opinion for all this, what rapper got the most money? What rapper doing this? What entertainer doing that? How you feel about LeBron James? When these things is becoming the litmus test of who you supposed to be in opposed to how you gonna represent the family, how you getting up going to work, how you providing a living, especially for the young peoples who have, babies coming up under them.
Right.
But you arguing your case as if you're right and your parents are wrong.
That's true. That's a good point. Again, you listen to Real Talk with New Order. Please call in at 678-638-6626. Be a part of the conversation. We're talking about the role of the black family, current, present, and in the past, because we have some issues that's going on within our own community, even the violence that's going on. You know, we always say Black Lives Matter. You know, we need it when something happened to us and we the victim and the suspect looks like me, we need to be outraged as well.
Yep.
You know, so like that little 9-year-old little girl, I seen a press conference the other day. Attorney Molly Davis was representing Sequoia. They're still, I think they got the wrong man locked up. You know, and they're suing the city of Atlanta because of the way they handled it, the situation where it actually took place, where we was patrolling our own community and stuff was happening. So we got some work to do, man. You know, things like that. But you know what? We can't give up on our community. You know, things like that. Our young people. Like I said, we're not here criticizing, just the fact that we care. We got a caller calling in. Give us a second.
Real talk in New Order. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, CT calling from Toledo, Ohio.
Is this who city?
CT.
Hey, how are
Is
you?
that? Oh, okay. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to chime in on what you guys were talking about.
Well, we're talking about the role of the black community, how it was now and how it was back then. We kind of explained it that, you know, as the parents' discipline has been taken out of our home, kids raising themselves. I remember grandmothers was over 50. Grandmothers are young right now. We just feel that what's going on right now, we got to grab our kids, you know, so if they're not relatives to you.
Can you turn your phone down just a little
Turn your
bit?
phone down just a little bit.
You listen to Facebook?
No, I had it on speaker, but I got you.
Okay. All right. This is Sabrina, correct?
CD.
City, I'm sorry, y'all sound much alike. First of all, you and Sabrina doing great things in the community in my hometown. So, what is your question or your concern about the role of the black family where we at now? How it used to be back in the day?
I just had kind of like a suggestion. I just wish that we could get back to community parenting.
Hmm.
Like when I was a kid, I can go to school. If I'm acting up at school, the principal gonna put me in the office. I'm gonna get a paddle.
That's
If
right.
I'm down the street at my friend's house and I'm acting a fool, they gonna get me in line. They gonna tell my mom I'm gonna go home and get another whooping. But now you can't chastise nobody's kids. They want to fight you. If you try to check them, say, hey, you can't be doing this, they go home and get their mom. So I wish that as a, in our community, we could come together and go back to parenting. If you act
Right.
up a fool down here and I see you, your mama might not be nowhere around, but I'm going to get a hold to you. And then I'm going to let her know I got you.
And you brought up a good point. Matter of fact, me and Noki talked about that off the air. That my neighbor had the right to discipline me if I was doing something wrong. I might be in the street. Hey, get out the street. But these days, like you said, these days, the parents that real young, and if you're doing something wrong, like don't say nothing to my child. I don't mind somebody disciplining my child. Now, if they mistreating them, I have a problem. But they just discipline them because the parents ain't gonna be there around there 24/7, and it was like that back then. So I do agree with you saying.
All right. That's pretty much. I just wanted to chime in on that.
Okay, thank you for all what you're doing, and thanks again. Keep up the good work in Toledo.
All right. Thank you.
Wow, Noki, we just talked about that before we went on the air, didn't we?
Yeah, and she made a real excellent point. Because that even the feel I'm gonna tell your mama or tell your
That
daddy
scared me.
is don't exist. So
Right.
they are not. They so arrogant now. They like I don't care who you tell.
That's right.
Because they know ain't no repercussion coming behind their actions.
That's true.
You
That's
know.
true.
But
That's
I had many whoopings. But I'm not gonna tell you that the whoopings produced me into being a correct individual.
true.
That didn't happen.
right.
It
right.
made me angry and aggressive. So I don't subscribe to corporal punishment. I feel that corporal punishment damaged the child.
Right.
That's just my opinion,
Mhm.
whether you call it child abuse or not. But I feel that, like I said, you can have a psychological effect on a child in more ways than because you ain't gonna beat nobody into submission. I don't care who it is.
Right.
But in order to have a real effect upon the heart and the mind of the child is what you gotta grab hold to. That's the most important aspect of raising the child with the correct mindset.
Mhm.
Because and we all witness when we listen to this country demand war with other countries. The first thing they want to do when they go over there, they want a bomb, but they know in order to gain peace with the peoples of that country, they gotta they got a ways of war for the heart and the mind of the people.
Right.
You know, and that's what we got to do when we dealing with the peoples of our community. This a battle for the heart and the mind.
That's right.
And we losing the battle because the heart and the mind has been seized by entertainment and social media.
Right.
So the appetite of the community is vulgar.
Right. We got another call coming in.
Real talk with you. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this DJ Davis. I was
From
my
Van
man
Oscar.
Jerry was trying to get me to get on a call with him. I'm sorry, I was on the grill. And I'm looking at the flyer and I'm trying to see how to get in touch with him.
Actually, you're live on Real Talk with New Order. What's up, DJ? What's going on? I'm looking forward to. Shh. Yeah, you live. Matter of fact, I'm looking forward to coming to Valdosta tomorrow to be a part of the nonpartisan Get Out the Vote rally. You're doing great things in Valdosta, man. You're getting everybody involved, to get out and vote. Race, color, creed, whatever you are. We're not endorsing no one. It's just the fact you need to get out and vote. So I'm looking forward to joining you tomorrow to be a part. Because it's all about networking. But what we're talking about, if you don't mind, DJ, what we're talking about, we talked earlier about the role of the black family. What is your opinion on what's going on today and what's going on and how it was back then in the role of the black family, especially the father being in the home? What's your opinion on that?
Well, first of all, we got to start off, and then I'm not trying to be pro-black or anything like that, but people got to understand that everything that's going on right now with the black family was socially constructed. This is systematic racism in its beginning stages. How it was torn apart and how the black family did come together when we were separated. And even Martin said that he made a big mistake when he had civil rights passed and we all started buying from those other people. And the reason I bring that up, Gerald, people must understand that before you can break a man, literally, you have to tear everything from him that he cares about. You can take a man's money, you can take a man's car, you can take a man's pride. That man is still going to stand. But if you take his children, or you turn his woman against you, because we got to remember he made two of us. And the man was taken from the woman. I mean, the woman was taken from the man, so the woman is always never fully fulfilled, and the man is never fully fulfilled because he's always missing that other rib. And because he's missing that other rib, white people knew this. And this is not blaming that all white people are evil or all this and that, because I'm going to tell you like this. Our archivist at Valdosta State University, and by the way, I'm the president of the Sociology and Anthropology Club at Valdosta State. We call ourselves Action, a chance to initiate opportunities now. And that's what we've been doing. But Miss Deborah Davis, our archivist, told me that really shocked me. She said, David, by our standards, everyone in the 1920s was racist.
Right.
But that doesn't explain the breakdown of the black family. So let me give it to you real quick.
Well, actually, DJ, we got the lines is popping in the studio. Kind of wrap it up. Don't mean to rush you. We got a lot of folks that's waiting to call in. So give me about like 30 more seconds for me.
All right. I was getting straight to the point right here. Let me go ahead and do that. What's going on and why we have the breakdown of the black family is one word: selfishness.
Right.
And because we are so selfish, we're naturally selfish as humans. But because we are so selfish and stubborn, instead of getting along with that other, even if we get together or not, that's what's causing the break. So we have children growing up in single-family homes instead of having the mother and father in the home or the father in their life. And that's what caused disruption in the black family. Selfishness.
I appreciate your call, man. I'll be looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for inviting me and my dad or whatever. And when you said I was a special guest speaker, it put a smile on my face. So I must be doing something right, because I know you got some powerful people coming tomorrow speaking as well. But I really appreciate that. And I will see you tomorrow, bro. Thanks for calling in.
And that was powerful, bro.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
You want to comment on that, Noki? As far as why the family broke up, he made some good points there.
Yeah, well, because some of the things that he said, I kind of like I already had in my mind. I had figured that out. That the selfishness of the individuals. Like what you had said about the conflict you was having trying to raise your child, and the selfishness of the mother. And I'm not saying it's all women, and I'm not gonna say it's all men, but I'm just saying the combination of the two. When you have a child, we gotta, and I tell my kids this all the time because they got kids, daughters. I tell my daughters,
Right.
and I tell them, I said, you say you will lay your life down for your children's, but laying your life down don't mean taking a bullet. Laying your life down means stop living a particular type of way and start living the right way.
Right.
Now you laying your life down. That means you no longer concern yourself with just your own selfishness and make the sacrifice of being a real parent.
Right.
And what he was saying, that's why I agree so wholeheartedly with what he said, because this is something I reiterated to my children.
Right. And y'all remember the show Good Times, how James ran that, he was that other home or whatever, and I really look at that show right now. Wow, it used to be like that. The black man protecting the family. They was in the ghetto in Chicago, and he protected that family. So my question is, are we doing that today? So that's one thing I like the shows. Even the shows was different. Was different back then.
Hey, but look, since you mentioned Good Times, I had say in an interview with John Amos, and he had said that the reason why he was killed off on the show was because
I know exactly where you're going with it, but go with it.
Because of his strong image as a father.
Right.
And they wanted JJ to be the real.
And he wanted to come out the projects, and it was always a setback. So that's why
Well, I'm just echoing what he said, and I may not be 100%.
I know you
verbatim, but he had pretty much said that they wanted JJ, who was more of a bad example of a man than what he was as a representation of what the man should be.
That's true.
Not saying that Jimmy Walker, the real person, was that
the actor.
Yeah, who he portrayed as JJ, but JJ wasn't the right character for the man, the black man that.
So that's why he separated. That's why he left.
Yeah, that's why he was killed.
I heard about that. Yeah, I think our Disco. You got a comment for us, bro?
She gave it.
Well, concern.
She gave me that. I got a question for y'all too.
Okay.
What role do you think our black women these days play into the man not being able to be the man of the household?
Well, of course, first of all, it takes a man to raise a man, but there are some strong mothers out there that's doing the job. I applaud them. You know what I mean? It's just, now I'm gonna be honest with you, I might get the rap for this, but when it's Father's Day, and I do understand that the mother has had the child for most of the life, and the dad is trying to see the child, and you say Happy Father's Day to me, I disagree with that. When the mom says that, because even though there's some issues, you're still not that father. I understand that, but for the ones that's trying to be there, and I'm just saying the ones that's trying to be there, and the child has got brainwashed.
It ain't no trying. If he gonna be there, he gonna be there.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. If the child been brainwashed, they go, okay, daddy, where you at? But you don't understand the situation. But yeah, I applaud it. I mean, it's been this. I see moms doing that because I understand that a lot of fathers not around. So I would never.
I agree with you. I'm not saying that. You miss I'm saying, well, I know I talk fast.
You talking about the ones that fathers are not there?
I talk fast. I'm sorry. I'm saying it slowly. What role do you think the black women play in not allowing the black man to be the man of the household?
They playing a major role sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what sometimes that why our sons that wants to be, but daddies want to be with their father, and they can't because of the ongoing fighting between the parents. And I don't care how much that the parents don't get along. I don't think any mother should downplay the dad, talk about them. Let them judge them when they grow up. They, okay, dad, why you wasn't there? I don't want to put that in their brain. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. What you think?
Yeah, I think that we already
Let them determine that.
what we having is the War of the Roses, where you had a male female is at war with one another,
Right.
and they become opposing forces. Study and become a force of two. They becoming a force of one, and they having a tug of war. So they're not on the same side of the rope. They're on opposite sides, and they're opposing forces, and they pulling each other through the mud. Rather, because I'm not gonna say it's the mother's fault or the father's fault, but if both of y'all pulling, whoever the victor, you gonna pull the other one through the mud, and the other one gonna suffer the consequences of being the weaker of the two, whether it's the woman or the male. And in most cases, it is the man, because the man he don't have the support that the woman have, whether it's from society or even the children's. Because in most cases, and which she deserved it, in most cases, we all gonna side with our mother. I don't know no man alive or no woman alive who ain't gonna side with their mother against their father.
That's true.
And they deserve the most compassion and the most love, because that's the role the woman deserves. She the one who made, or I ain't gonna say she made it, but I believe that the Creator had made it incumbent upon her to have that position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it ain't just and I'm not just trying to be one of those liberal type of people saying that I'm just gonna support the woman. I strongly believe that because we all come through the vessel of a woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know no human being other than Jesus who didn't come through the vessel of a woman. And even he came through one. He probably just didn't come through like we was taught, but he still came through the vessel of a woman. So we all owe a great gratitude to our mother.
Right. Please call and be a part of the conversation. 678-638-6626. We're talking about the role of the black family. We're talking about our own issues and concerns. Right now, we're talking about raising a child between a woman and a man and things like that. Just the fact that when there's so much division going on, but you know who get hurt at the end? The child.
Exactly.
The man might be in the wrong, the mother might be in the wrong, but at the end of the day, the child is the one that's being affected. I think we have someone else want to make a comment that's in the studio with us. It's about to get controversy now. I'm just joking.
No, it's not going to get controversy. I had a comment though, because the comment that he made was about how much of a role does the female play in actually preventing the child to.
I ain't saying nothing about a child.
Okay, how much role does the woman prevent?
No, I let it ride. We're going to have a conversation for real. I let it ride out. I ain't saying nothing about a child. I said, what role do you think the woman plays on a man not being able to be the man of the house? Not, I'm talking as far as the provider, the fixer, the maintenance man, cutting the yard. Just being a man. There's so many women out there right now would not let the man.
I see. That
was my question.
Okay.
It wasn't about the kids. It was about the
I
independent black women that are so independent.
I got you.
They want to have the hub sons, what I call them.
I got you. You want to make a comment on that?
Now you can talk to me.
I see what you're saying.
Well, now I understand that part, and I absolutely agree. There's a large percentage of women who've gotten to the point where they don't feel like the man deserves, or they don't allow the man to take his rightful place. I get you on that. But a lot of that has to do with what he's done along the way. You don't become a parent the day that you give birth. A lot of the parenting begins just like a mother as a nurturer. We begin in the womb, in before birth. And if the man is not taking his rightful place and he's not taking the responsibility, then there's no role for you. A mother is a protector, and we are a nurturer. And with that being said, we're going to protect our children even from the father if he doesn't. We're going to protect our children even from the father if he's not doing the right thing. Because a mother is going to make sure her child is not going to be set up for anything. That means if he doesn't show up and he say he is, all of those things are let down. Those are things that gives your child its value. So we do. We have a role and a responsibility as the nurturer. We will protect them from everything, including the father. So if you want to take your rightful place as a man, then that means you got to step in and you have to make us, as Trump says, stand down. Because we will if you do that. If you take your rightful position, we don't want that role. We've never wanted that role.
I
I
know.
don't want to be responsible for everything that takes
I know
place
you
in
don't want
my
to be on
house.
camera. That's why I
Well,
apologize.
and it's
No, you
okay.
good.
It's
No,
okay
okay,
if
man, I
you
gotta
put
move
me
everything.
on
No,
camera,
we
but
good. I'm gonna let Gerald get back to this show. But real quick, do you know? And me and him talk about this for. I've been on him about 16 years. Do you know how many? Even me, I could be that. I can be that kid. Do you know how many women disable their sons from being men because they baby the hell out of them? They won't let that man
I
come in their
agree.
life and put that
Right.
in their
I
behind.
agree. But
They
you can't
baby him and baby
choose.
him, but listen to me, they baby him and baby him,
I
baby him,
agree.
and then once they get caught up with in the system, as Gerald Rose will probably elaborate on this. Once they get caught in the system, you can't call mama, you can't call
I
grandmama.
agree.
But when that man was in your life who been there and done that, you ain't want that man to say nothing to your child.
No, I agree with you.
You
That's
talking about? I
if the
see what
man
you're
has
saying.
been there. You're right. If the man has been there, that's a
Let's say
different
let's
role.
say stepdaddy.
Um,
Let's say a man come in your life. Okay, the real daddy gone. This man come in your life as a man, and your child, let's say 9, 10, 8, whatever it may be. He with you 2, 3 years. Okay? He to the point now, look, I'm taking care of these little kids. I'm paying the bills. My word gonna mean something in this crib.
Right.
But you want to defend every damn thing this man do for your child not becoming a man. Then when his ass get caught up in the system, now the same thing you told him not to say to that man, yes sir, no sir, don't respect this man. Guess what? Now he ain't got no damn choice.
Right. That's one thing about me, you know, once I had moved on, of course, my baby's mom, they dated somewhere else. I don't mind somebody stepping. They can't replace me as a dad, but I don't mind stepping as a man, disciplining my child. These days, it seems like they ain't like. So I know exactly what you're saying, bro. Exactly what you're saying. Do you agree with that?
I agree with what he's saying. I don't have a problem with that part. And you're absolutely right. If she allows you to come into the home and take that rightful place as the man in her life, then you should also have the opportunity to take the role as the head of the house, including the discipline person for the family. I get you. I get you on all of that part. But what it is there has to be some consistency. You can't come in when you choose to. And if you come in, you got to stay.
Both sides.
Right, and
That's
you're
true.
absolutely right. And most women and
No, you fine. You fine.
most women, we don't have a problem with that, but there has to be some consistency. You can't choose on Monday to be the father and then on Friday we don't see you anymore.
That's true.
Absolutely. So I think it has to do with again the type of woman, the type of man that you decide to bring into your life, and what role you choose them to play. Because some women don't want a man to come into their life to be that type of person, and then there are a lot of women that have men that come into their life that wants to take care of house and home.
Right.
It has a lot to do with what you choose. But as a woman, I don't want that role. I don't want to be the head of the household. It's not my rightful place. I don't wear it well, and it's something that I would choose not to do. I don't want if the man came in and did exactly what he was supposed to do, and that is lead, take his rightful place, and he has to be a God fearing man. If he's coming in to do those things, then I'm good with that. There's no way he can go wrong if he's doing everything based on what God said he needs to do. My children are probably would be in better hands to him than they would be in for me.
Right.
But it's depending on the man.
Right. And you know, and both of y'all are correct in y'all stance. The thing is, and this is what I talked to with my daughters, and I had told them, is that being with the man and the woman, it's an honor and a pleasure. So before you even create the children's, you got to understand the part where you have honor and respect, you know, in this relationship. And that honor and respect, I'm talking about true honor, because anybody can enter your life and not give you the honor and respect that you deserve, whether it's a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is the reason why with the marriage, it's when you earn that right. If I marry you, I earn that right to have that honor of being your husband and that pleasure of being your husband. You have the right or the respect of being to have the honor of being my wife and the pleasure of being my wife. But if we just boyfriends and girlfriends, we ain't got no honor in it's no honor in that because I don't know how many boyfriends you done had. You don't know how many girlfriends I done had. And if I had any honor, I done gave it away.
Right.
So that's where it got to be established, and the woman got to be really got to wear her crown or her position really got to be a true royalty. Where she stand up for her morality. And the same thing with the man because it's equal, it's a balance.
Right. Again, we listen to Real Talk with New Order. Please call in at 678-638-6626. We talking about the role of the black family. This is a good discussion. It's needed because of what's going on with our own issues. So we got some good conversation going on. So call in. I know we have some people that's live on Facebook. We're live on Disco 100 Space 100 Radio. I'm sorry. Disco 100 Space Radio. I do apologize. Please subscribe to his channel. We got a good discussion going. We all might disagree, but you know what? We all have different opinions, but at the same time, if we all black folks, when we walk out the door, we got to be on one accord, things like that. So that's where our kids, that's why I'm saying I'm not perfect. I had some faults with my son, just the fact that we both realized when he got older, the child was affected, getting in trouble, and things like that. So at the end of the day, the child is the one being affected. So whatever, parents going through, just try to work it out. I remember when Trayvon Martin got killed, the parents was not together. But once they was seeking justice for their son, you seen them at every interview together. You know what I mean? I thought they was still married. So you see that. So that's what we need to do, and things like that. We got to come together as a family. So that's why, it's different between back then and it is going on now. So anything else you would like to kind of mention? Like I said, I even sit and watch the old TV shows, Sanford and Son, and at that age, how Lamont, but my dad wouldn't let me stay that long in the house. But I understand of the sequence of that back then. But it's even the shows are different. Our children don't even watch the shows that we watch. What I mean? I was looking forward to watching cartoons on Saturday. Y'all remember that? Things like that. So it's just a different era, y'all. So, we just kind of accept what it is, but I'm more like old school. And I'm glad you said that because I know I had dated some women and I was not the father, but they did give me the right to discipline. You know what I'm saying? But you have to watch out who comes into your house too now. Because you see crazy stuff on TV.
Yeah.
Kids getting molested and the father done killed the child and all those. So you right. No, you brought up a good point, man. You have to be careful who brings in your household. Because a lot of kids that gets molested don't even tell the parents or tell the mom. They keep that to themselves. Because I done met several people that's been like that when they were young.
Let me ask you guys a question. So do you actually think that especially a lot of the young guys today, are they actually interested in taking the place as a head of a household? I mean, do you see how these guys come in and have babies all over the place? Do you see them stay and be responsible?
Well, basically, what you just said, all over the place, that particular person, I'm going to say no, unless you taking care of all them kids all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Because what you just said, if they got kids all over the place, you ain't taking care of them. No, they don't want to be responsible. Because I'm not going to be having kids all over the place. I don't know what you think about that.
I was going to say, my daughter, one of my daughters, I had a conversation with her the other day. And she asked me about finding a husband. And I had told her, I said, I'm going to allow you to find your own husband. I said, you can just introduce him to me, and I'll tell you if he's a husband. And I'm going to tell you what disqualify him as being your husband.
Good point.
And one of the main qualifications I told her was, do he want to be my son? Because I don't lose my daughter. I gain a son. So when I be introduced to the young man, I'm going to know if he want to be my son based on his willingness to fall in that line. Because if I go to somebody elder, I'm gonna know my role. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, my whole thing about the young men, the young men gotta be willing to provide for the family. I mean, I don't care if it's his own family. Like with my wife, I tell her all the time, I try to make her have her son get up and do something. You can't just sit up there and play the video game.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make no contribution. I couldn't do that when I was growing up. Not in my good conscience. I couldn't do it. And I knew that I was causing my mother hardship with father's bills and being irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? And I think that would force me out the house, because my mother wasn't going to accept my behaviors. And I'm not talking about that I was just being obscene in the home. It was just I was in the streets. And this is how I made my money. And she wasn't accepting it. She wanted to accept the money from me, and she didn't want the way I was making money. So that forced me out the house.
Right. Let me ask y'all something. I know I talk to people all the time. When you marry someone, you marry your spouse, you don't marry the family. And I know there's a young man that's going through something right now, which I can't imagine that. It's just think, when you have.
But you do it, marry the family.
Well, you don't marry the mother-in-law. What I'm saying is all in your business. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
you keeping your house what's in your house.
Right. Your wife should come first.
You feel me?
She comes first, and everyone else is out.
That's right.
Of that
Right.
circle. I mean, they're part of the unity, but you guys should be unified
Right.
as a husband and a wife.
You don't take
what-
your business all outside the house, and because blood is thicker than thin. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna take her daughter's side. You know what I'm saying? And she might be in the wrong, or vice versa.
But this is what I mean when I say you do marry the family. Like I said about the person who married my daughter become my son.
Okay.
But what I'm
You know
saying,
what
if
I'm
there's
saying?
issues in the house and there's no physical, I don't think she should be calling you. Well, he's doing this, doing that, because you get what I'm saying?
Right. Would you be upset if your wife went to her mother for everything that you did?
Every little
everything
argument.
that
That's
you
what I'm
did?
saying.
Right.
Would you have a problem with your wife going to her mother about it?
Right.
Yeah, I have a problem.
That's
with
what I
that.
mean.
But my point is this here: the whoever with your child, they got to know that it's somebody gonna stand up for her honor and protect it. If you are not man enough to do it, you know what I'm saying, or if you gonna take advantage of her, because you got some men who would, if they don't feel like it's another man that's gonna stand up for that woman honor, he would become physically abusive.
No. I know what you're
Now,
saying.
that's another
Now
level.
that's a level I would get involved. What I'm saying is just any little argument, you calling your mom, now the mom is all in your business. You know what I'm
Jim,
saying?
what about this? What if you, this Disco 100, matter of fact,
Go ahead, Disco.
asking you a quick question. So what if you seen the type, because one of my relationships, not this one, I seen the type of woman that her mother was.
All in the business, right?
No. I seen what kind of successful, cooking, loving, caring mother that person had.
Right,
So as a man, you see it. You see the potential she can have.
right.
So how do you feel about a man who calls the mother-in-law to just call her over one weekend and give her some more guidance, because I want this woman to be with me, but I want to have your tendencies, your.
There's nothing wrong with
So
that.
is something wrong with that?
It
Nah.
is. It is.
What
it
is-
is.
what
It
is?
is because you're not marrying and you're not with the mother.
I know that, but you
It doesn't matter.
asking her the next time you taking her ass to the mall, next time she get her nails done, damn it, talk to her.
No.
Talk to her about being a better woman.
No, if you can't talk to her, then you shouldn't be with her, and that's the part. That's the break.
It ain't
That
gonna
is
come
the
from
part.
us though.
But
Y'all ain't gonna listen to us.
Listen, you cannot get her mother to make her the woman you need her to be. Only you can do that.
Okay,
And a woman will produce what you
this
bring
the past
out of
tense,
her.
but y'all start tripping. This
What?
the past.
I don't
This
know
30
who you're
years
speaking
ago.
to, but I'm
Okay.
speaking on the fact that
Ain't nobody know I
don't
knew.
know anything about that. But that's like you're trying to get. You can't make her be her mom. And if you wanted someone like her mom, then you should have got with the mama. Because truthfully, if the woman is not caring and having the natural characteristics of the woman that you desire to be with, then she ain't the one that you
That
You
ain't-
gotta have your back.
That ain't fair, Gerald. That ain't fair, New Orleans staff. That ain't fair, because if you, there's so many women out there that talk to a boyfriend's dad about their child, Like, damn, pops, why your son?
No, I
working
know what
for-
you're saying.
Right? So it go both ways. You know how many women talk to that gotta either do that quit his job or can't keep a job or do something stupid, and when they see the daddy that's working 3 jobs or hard worker, they'll say, "Pops, come on, pop, talk to JJ."
Right.
Talk. So it go both ways.
Right.
So
I hope we get some callers call in, y'all. We got a good conversation going on now. 678-638-6626. Now we're talking about should a mother-in-law or the father-in-law be in your business when it's a simple argument, or just getting some advice. So
What do
that
you
can
think,
go
Tony?
both ways.
Yeah, I feel that, I know in my relationship, my wife gonna tell her family everything. I'm talking about.
Oh,
I be telling her, hey, wait, hold up, my medical condition is confidential.
right.
I'm like, don't,
Wife.
wife, yeah. I'm like, man, don't be
Oh,
telling.
you not going home tonight?
I'm
Right.
like, man, don't be telling them all my personal business.
Right,
you know.
right, right.
I mean, that stuff confidential.
That's true.
Probably tell them all kinds of stuff, man. What I got in my bank account. I mean, all this.
Right.
This ain't nobody business. That's
Right.
private.
why you got to keep that in the home, right?
Right.
Does it bother you?
Yeah.
See, now you catching on, ain't you? Now you see what we talking about.
But my whole thing is that, it's I try to articulate my position to my wife, and I try to do it, with a delicate glove, because I know it's a lot of things she really don't get. You know what I'm saying? Because her
Don't
belief
get in
system,
trouble now.
her belief system. I tell her this all the time.
Bleep.
Yeah.
Don't get in trouble now. She might be watching this. I'm just joking with you.
But see, your belief system, and I'm not talking about religion, but your belief system is directly connected to your way of thinking. So the things we came to believe, which is like my wife, she came from the streets, so she got some rough edges. You know what I'm saying?
You going home tonight?
Yeah. Because my wife know I love her. And everything
Right.
I'm gonna say out of compassion.
Right,
And
right.
I'm not gonna disrespect. I love my wife.
Right.
And let me make that clear for the
Say
record.
that again, 'cause you gonna need to say that about 3 more times.
Yeah, and I don't have no problems with it. No, but seriously though, I do speak to my wife about certain things, and I know she takes some of the business, to her family, and I also would take some of the things to her family, but I don't do it to gang up on her, like my wife do to me. See, my wife will get her sisters and stuff, so they whatever problem we got, only thing she do is call her help, so they can jump on me.
See?
See, now does that affect?
Right.
Does that affect your relationship?
Right. 'Cause you bringing that into your relationship.
Right.
Right.
But see, the point I'm making is because they don't really physically jump on me. I'm just being metaphoric.
Right, right,
But what I mean is that you want to bring them in the same way people do when they do with the Facebook. They go get antagonists, and the people that's your friend on Facebook, they gonna side with you. So here it is.
I ain't gonna
whoever you
say
are,
that all friends on Facebook.
No, I ain't saying all of them. I'm just
Right.
saying you can see how they become antagonists on Facebook.
So how much do you deal with it?
But I don't have to deal with it often. It's only when she want her way.
So how much of it will you deal with?
Well, I can protect myself. I'm talking about whether I articulate myself to my wife and everything. But as long as it don't get serious or nothing like that, and it ain't never really got real serious. It's just always revolve around the use or the spending of my money. You want to spend my money.
Oh, here we
You
go,
going
y'all.
home.
Man, you gotta go. Where you going tonight, bro? You going to the club?
Call in, y'all. 678-638-6626. We got a good one. We talking about the role of the black family. We talking about, if you marry your spouse, should your family be in your business? Call in. We got a juicy one going on now.
How about bank accounts? How you feel about the husband and wife having the same bank account?
Yeah, that's a.
Look at
Okay, I'm
Hey,
confused.
Hey, look, now we started off with the same bank account. Remember when we first came here?
Right.
We started off with the same bank
Uh-oh,
account.
what happened?
The first 4 months, we did great.
Got getting this man in trouble. I
Hey,
want him to come next
Still
week
trying
now.
to see if he going home tonight.
We got to get him back in the studio next week, y'all.
I don't know if he gonna be back after
Yeah,
this.
I'll be back. Because my wife, first of all, I ain't gonna sugarcoat. I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be disco 100 with it.
Disco 100 with us.
I had we had the same bank account, and then I just had you mismanaging the money. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take back control of the money,
Right.
my money. Now, whatever you do with your money, I can't argue with that. But
Been married twice, and that's how it is. That's your bread. This my money. If you make another $40 an hour, that ain't in my business. Whatever we agreed on, as far as the household go, because I'm not gonna get your damn permission to spend my money. I'm not finna get permission. If you don't mind me, Gerald, I got a situation I'm gonna tell you real quick.
Go ahead.
A friend of mine, I asked about being on the show.
Right.
And I told him what we charge a month for the platform. This is a grown ass man I'm talking to. The man said he had to get his wife permission to spend the money for the show. I can't do that. It's shitting me.
I agree.
Shitting me.
I agree too.
No, hell with
I
that.
agree.
You got
I
no.
agree.
Because if it was vice versa, and
No.
she spent your money on something,
Ain't
else
no.
without
I
your-
said my money.
okay.
I ain't say her money.
Ain't no
You said
such
That's why
thing.
we don't do it. I don't do that account shit. You got your
The
money.
juicy one
I
tonight,
got
ain't it?
mine. So basically, if we agree on lights, phone, whatever you agree on, you paying. As a man, if she paying anything, that's your business. If you get a raise, another job making $80 an hour, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Long as what you say you gonna take care of every month, you take care of, we good. Vice versa. That's so. How do you feel about a man? And we're gonna get back to Jerry Rose. You've been hiding. We're gonna go with you. You answer the
ain't
question.
saying nothing.
Well, they claim I've been selfish.
No,
I'll tell you right
no, I
there.
ain't stuffing my ass. You go ahead and tell me where you at.
What you mean where I'm at right now?
You answer the question. If you a joint account with your old lady,
If I had a joint account,
how do you feel about a joint account with your old lady?
I had one before. It was no problem. You know, I'm just being honest with you. But I see where he's saying if it's y'all already had a pre-agreement already. I see what you're saying. But I'm not going to let no woman run over me. Money thing or, you know what I'm saying? Like I go to the store, what time you going to be back? And all that controlling. No. Because some of that can be controlling. You get what I'm saying? Basically,
Yeah.
all that stuff is like
Yeah.
controlling. But it depends on but it's all about respect. And I want the same back. You know what I mean? It's
I
just
mean, I
the
can
fact-
see, like he said, mismanaged. I can see if you a splurger.
Mhm.
Let's say you're dating a cat, you got to go in the street.
Well, I like to save, so.
No, I'm saying I can see if you got a spouse who got to go shopping every day or go to strip
Right.
club or this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's different. But like for instance, my wife, she know I ain't doing no strip club, I ain't doing no drinking, I ain't doing no smoking.
Basically saying if she has a problem on saving,
I can see it. If we coming up short because I'm doing something stupid,
Right.
oh
I
look at
agree
baby,
with
when
that.
we get paid, we gonna direct deposit because your ass coming up short. Or I can see that.
Right.
But my point is that we both successful, and I can trust you on your whatever we agree on.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm leaving you alone, but I can't be no grown ass man telling you I got to get permission from my wife to spend some money.
Right.
Can't.
I understand that.
Yeah, I got you.
And
Go on, Disco.
I'm not saying that I seek permission to spend the money. It's just that I try to have an understanding because this is what I want from her. And it's not about me making more or her making less or her making more and me making less.
Right.
The whole thing is about the understanding because we compromising. This is for the sake of the union.
It is.
You know,
Right.
and I'm saying we together then that's what it means, we together. And it ain't my way or the highway or nothing like that. I'm not a dictator.
And let me
You know,
tell you something.
right.
Let me tell you something about this is secret about women, okay? Women want nothing but, and you can call it what you want to, but we do look and we drive off of security. And security comes in a lot of ways. And the best thing that works when it comes for a relationship, a really great relationship is he should have his own. She should have her own. But there should be a medium. And it's only work with me this way is him have his bank account, I have my bank account, but there is a joint bank account. And we call that the house business. And everyone should have a certain amount that goes to that account. And that amount sits there
Hell
for
no.
the sake of him. Now you still got what else yours.
Joint account this is my joint account. If everything gonna be cut on if nothing getting cut off, that's all you got to worry about.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, when you have when you all both have a set amount that goes into this joint account, You can get a raise and you can still keep what's going on your own separate account. She can still keep what's going on her account, but that joint account is the house business. And that takes care of the
But
rent, the
guess what?
mortgage, the light, the gas, and that also leaves a savings so you can
But
go out with the family on
but guess
Saturday
what, mama?
nights. You can plan for a trip.
That's another role she got to play now. So basically, what I'm saying, that's now she got to worry about going online every month, taking care of this, taking care of that.
No, that's
taking care
a
of that,
joint
taking-
business.
No, that's what I'm
joint
saying.
ventures. Y'all
But,
both paying
but what
that
I'm saying
out of
is,
that account.
but somebody got to pay it. Somebody got to go
Y'all
online,
both
make the phone
decide how
call.
the bills get paid.
No,
know
you missed
what
my
your
you missed my
monthly
point. It still has to be paid. You still got to make a
You
phone
can
call.
set up an allotment for everything to get paid
You
out
still
of that
missing
one
my
account
point.
every month.
It still has to be processed. Somebody got to make the phone call. Somebody got to go on the
Let
website
me
and
tell
pay
you,
it.
if you get an allotment to come out your paycheck and I get one to come out, I go up to my HR person. I'm listening.
Georgia Power ain't gonna take the money unless
If
you pay
you
them
set it up where it comes out automatically, it's done
out your account.
every month.
I got
Every
you,
month
son.
out that joint account. You and her already know this is the house business account. Nobody touches this without advice from each other. But now what you got
There
on
there she
your-
go again. Advice. It can't do it.
But you still got your own personal business account, your own account. She got her own account. What's different with that?
Right.
If she go get her nails done and spend all her money out her account, that's
Perfect.
her.
That's what I'm saying. So we ain't gotta have the same account.
But the joint pays the household.
Like
bill.
I said, until you come, I've been on mine 17 years, and we ain't never had no joint account. And knock on wood, nothing ever been cut off in 17 years. Period.
Again, we're listening to Real Talk with New Order, 678-638-6626.
Help me.
I know
ladies.
this is kind of a special platform. Of course, with New Order is we deal with human rights, your rights being violated, racial profile and police brutality. But sometimes you need to talk about what's going on in our community, our issues. So that's basically what we're talking about today.
Gerald Rose, where's your stand right now? I've been wanting to ask you this question all week. For
What's that?
real. I can't wait to see you. But my mind's so,
Right.
I know I'll forget today.
Okay.
What you think gonna happen November 3rd? And what you think the response gonna be?
I have no idea. I think politics is, to me, the older I got, is dirty. It could be rigged. I think I don't trust the system. I don't trust it. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump win. You know what I'm saying? Right. It could be retaliation if Trump lose. It could be retaliation if Trump wins. Right now, this country is so divided with racism. You have to be careful of where you at. That's just honest truth, because people are being armed. You know what I mean? And the sad part about it, our grandkids or children is starting to watch this. What's this country coming to? So it's really a scary moment. You could be at the wrong place at the wrong time and get caught up, might get jumped on or something. So you got to watch your surroundings. So I just be glad when all this is over with, and things like that. But I do always watch behind my back. I'll be honest with you, because you never know. I encourage everyone to do that. I know you might consider ain't nothing gonna happen, but you never know. You got to watch what you're going. Especially if you live out in these metro. I ain't talking about in Fulton County. You might live out in the metro county, like Cobb County, East Cobb, Fulton County, North Fulton, Forsyth County. People are angry about this election. So I encourage you all to be careful. That's bottom line. Whoever wins, I think something's going to go down. I hate to say that. It's just the fact I'm seeing so much stuff going on. I never seen this much racism, division was going on. I think what happened, what really did that, is that social media has exposed a lot. Especially all these videos with police and stuff. So social media done did this, to be honest. What's your opinion on that? What you think might go down?
No, I
Go
had
ahead.
a whole nother question. I just wanted to really ask about, being that we in the middle of this pandemic and we in this crazy election, as a black man,
Mm-hmm.
where do you all feel like your place is right now? What do you need to jump? Do you think it needs to be the home? Do you think you need to go out and be an activist, a leader? Like, you got our attention now, especially black women. We're looking for you all to take your rightful place. Where do you think you belong? Where's your position right now?
Go ahead, Noki. I answer after you.
Yeah,
Good question.
I mean, that's a good question, and I feel that all men should be at the head of their table, their household, and be concerned with what's going on in their family,
That's right.
and I feel that's his real place, that's his position, and the politics and everything. We all know the reason why a lot of people vote the way they vote. Man, we sick and tired of paying taxes. They killing us with the taxes. And when I hear Ice Cube endorsing Donald Trump and 50 Cent endorsing Donald Trump, well, I don't know if he actually endorsed him, but they so he some way he connected with Donald Trump. But the whole point is the taxes. They killing us with the taxes, and they need to really give the American people as a whole a tax cut. I ain't talking about all the corporate loopholes and all that Donald Trump represent and all that. But man, they need to cut them taxes, man. They need to somehow, and I feel like this all that stimulus money, they need to stimulate the economy some more and give us some more. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all done took enough of it. Talking about you building up a military so you can go to war. But when the last time you fought one?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you constantly taking this money so you can buy guns and bombs when we need that same money to build our homes.
Right. Well, to answer your question, I will continue to do what I'm doing. I always talk to my grandson because, of course, his father's not around right now. So it's very important that we look out for the future because you ain't promised tomorrow. So why not go down fighting? You know what I mean? Because once God call you, that's it. So as long as I be on this earth, I'm going to continue to stand up as a black man, and help people, whatever, and of course, stay safe. I have never had a weapon, but it's to the point now, if I get one, I might have to use it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just keep giving it to God, stay strong, and things like that. Because like Dad always say, when you doing something that they don't like, they talk about you. And if they don't talk about you, you ain't doing nothing. So I encourage that all black men stand up and do something. Get involved and do something. Take somebody else's child under your wing. And things. We can't be selfish like we said earlier. It's like we the only race that's selfish out here, the black race. If you notice other races, they stick together. Financially, they unite and all that. For some reason, we always fighting at each other and all that. So arguing and all that. So it's very important right now. We must stick together. We must stick together. So I'm in it to win it. If I'm the last one standing, oh well, somebody got to do it. So I pick my battles now. I don't just jump out there every rally and protest. If it's not making a difference economic wise or making a difference to be successful, I will not participate. Because we're very emotional people. When things go down in our community, like when someone get killed, at that moment, like the situation with the 9-year-old little girl, where's the outrage still? So it's just the fact that we got to stay emotional and go off facts. When you go off facts, you get results. So I know New Order, the man is ready to step. That's why I love this. I remember because you do a lot of mentoring too before you can economic advisor. When we get a call from a single mom, son is out of control, I shoot them over. Matter of fact, how many times you did some mentoring? That's when you first got in.
Yes, sir.
And the mother was very like, man, I love that. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. Like we could do mentoring as well. But go ahead and answer the question.
No, I was gonna let her respond.
No, I mean, I absolutely feel like it is important right now. We need to see you all.
Right.
We are exhausted, and for us, we are so ready to walk behind you all, and we don't even care about walking beside you at this point. We'll push you, just lead us.
Right.
It used to be a time I remember when I used to go to this big mega church where the minister would have all of the ladies that were single moms just stand up, and then we'll have all of the men come down and say, look, I want all of these men turn around and look at every one of these women, and you go up there and you stand by her and you pick one and you make sure you connect with her before you walk out this door, because you know what, it is our responsibilities. And that's what he was telling them as black men. You are your children's keeper. You are the keeper of all of these little brown and black babies. Take your rightful place.
Right.
Mentor them. Get out there and make sure that these little children don't fall. Just because somebody chose not to be a father today doesn't mean that you get the choice to walk away from being a man. It is your responsibility. I mean, and I hate to say that, but I really would like for you all to say, like, I'm willing, I'm ready. Just show me.
Well, we had our board of directors gathering, and what did John Drummond tell you? I would go up to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, before this pandemic hit, man, I was traveling. You know what I'm saying? Went to the roughest projects in New Orleans, and I just go up to a stranger. I said, man, pull your pants up.
Right.
But once they know where I'm coming from, the shield came down. At first, they looked at me, man, who are you? Then once I explained to them while I'm doing that, they open up and they say, you know what, sir, I don't know who you is. It's people in my city, a stranger I don't speak to. I really appreciate what you're doing, but let me give you some advice. Be careful. You know
So
what I'm
you
saying?
think the kids would be resistant, especially boys?
No, they really listen. You know, like when I was in Cleveland, Ohio, these boys was playing basketball. I said, stop the car. We went up there and just started talking to these young men on the court. They looking at me like that. But once I start talking to them, you could tell that role model was not in the home. And they really appreciate that and stuff like that. So we can't be afraid. I know you got to be careful. No, I ain't crazy now. It's just the fact that you can't be afraid of our own people. But I do understand it can get serious though, you know, walking up to a stranger. But for some reason, God then gave me a talent because people know if you're fake or not. You know what I'm saying? Like when we had the this before y'all joined, we had the free basketball camp in Anniston, Alabama. We went to the roughest projects, just walked in there and explained to them what we wanted to do. And matter of fact, while we was in there, some man was just doing a drug sale or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We was walking in situations like that. We went in there, had a free basketball camp, you know, gave out free food. So their attitude changed. So they like, it's some people that really care about us, you know, and things like that. What was kind of what tripped me out was that when the young man was doing a drug sale, his son was with him, right? And I asked him, what you want to be when you grow up? He said, a police officer. And there's nothing wrong with that. But he did that in front of, you see what I'm saying? So we can't be afraid. I would do that in a minute. And I can't wait to get back out there, you know, so I can kind of save someone else's child, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we can't save the world, but it's some people that's not blood related. They need some stranger to come in. Like we talked about discipline. Have you seen your neighbor or somebody? We don't have that today. It's like, don't talk to my child like that. Yeah, ready to fight you and all that. So, but that's what we up against. And I know you being from Chicago, bro, you done seen a lot, you know, but.
Because you ain't going to be able to walk up to them and tell them.
See, I can't do it in the Shire.
No.
I don't know if I can do it in Detroit. I can do it in Chicago. It's the way I do it, though. It's the way I do it, though, bro.
Yeah, it got to
look how you looking at me.
Man, I'll be praying for you.
So that's what no disrespect to him. That's what bothered me right there. See, I tell the people all day long. That's what bothered me.
Said,
That's what bothered me because I can't talk about Chicago, right? Cause I'm not from Chicago. Just like I'm from Miami. But I never
got issues too.
But that's my whole point I'm trying to get at.
Right.
I never put my city as far as that's the only city that does that. So my point, no disrespect to you, is if you can walk in Cleveland in the hood, right, and do it, them cats ain't know you. They ain't know you.
I guarantee you I could walk in Chicago. They already. It depends how you. Now if you go in there acting bad and all that,
no,
you go up there, you know,
like
talk some sense.
It's like me driving the bus.
They money. You feel me?
Yeah, it's certain blocks, you know, you can't jump out the car.
Which I do understand, yeah.
But we got to get out of that. No disrespect to you, my man. We can go back and forth on the respect level. We got to get out of the point where we are not afraid. Like, everybody got a hood. Everybody got a project. Everybody. So the same way you approach them in Cleveland, you can do the same thing in Chicago.
I mean, I went to New Orleans. Right.
Hey, but see, the point I'm making is that the violence in Chicago is so rampant. I'm talking about, and it may be like that in Miami and Detroit, like y'all saying. But I know that. But the point I'm making is this here. When you take the city of Chicago, and I'm talking about the mentality is so, and I'm not saying it ain't no good peoples there. And it may be some people that would be receptive to the, you know, being admonished too. But you got some people, man, you can't
just
even
ain't
look
hearing
at
it,
them.
huh?
Yeah, I mean, and I agree, but what I'm saying is, I don't even like going to Chicago because of and every weekend,
right?
You can look at the news. I'm gonna give you another case in point. It was two sisters in this particular part of Chicago called Inglewood,
right?
And these sisters was marching. Two sisters was marching for the violence.
Right.
And Inglewood is one of the most violent parts of Chicago. And you can Google it right now. But they killed both of them sisters.
During the time they was marching?
Yeah. They killed both of them sisters.
Again, respect. I respect you on that, but it happened every city. And
I'm not saying it don't happen to every city, but I'm just saying that these women who was marching against the violence died from the cause of the same violence that they was marching against.
That's what's going on, though.
And this is what, And this is what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that it don't happen in every city, but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
you have a degree of ignorance. Let's put it like that, because
Exactly.
it's not. It don't make you cool or none
Correct.
of that.
Bad
And it
or
ain't
nothing,
about
right.
respect.
Correct.
To me, it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And when I decided to move out of from that particular area,
Uh-huh.
I left because murder and mayhem is only is the reason for people's wrong thinking.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that's wrong. The way they think is wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
And
right.
I'm not saying that in Miami or wherever, you may not have people that didn't went that far away from, right thinking,
Right.
But Chicago,
I understand.
it's devastating. And I'm gonna give you another case in point, because I'm not really gonna make it the issue. But I done seen people's on Facebook where it was a sister. This was not too long ago. You can probably Google that. The sister was on Facebook live
Mm.
talking and stuff like that, and then some more women came in, they get to fighting, and then they get to shooting. So it's not just the man, it's the man and the women. And I just use that as,
Right.
the violence is just rampant in Chicago.
Right. But we still can't give up on our community.
No, we can't.
Right. We still got, please call in you all at 678-638-6626. We got about 15 minutes left into the show. This is Real Talk with New Order. We got a good platform going on. We got some very exciting guests coming up. On November 7th, we got Rashad Ritchie from 1380 WAOK. We're working on Martin Luther King III. Also, we have Mr. Stefan Clark. I don't know if you know who that is. That is the brother of the young man that got killed in Sacramento, California. Very high-profile case. He's going to be calling in. So we got a wonderful platform going on here. I just want to thank Disco 100, Space 100 for giving us this. I know I'm saying it wrong, but I want to give Disco this platform. I've been knowing this brother for like 16 years. Wonderful studio. Check out his YouTube channel, and things like that. So it's all about helping each other out. It's all about resources. If I know something, I'm going to make sure I will let the next person know. So I'm excited, and to my New Order family, I love you all. My research team has prepared me to go to Valdosta, Georgia tomorrow. Y'all pray for me as well, going out there tomorrow to be a part of a nonpartisan Get Out the Vote rally. I'm going to see my dad tomorrow at the age of 82. He's still strong, but while he's here, I got to continue to be with my dad and things like that. So I encourage everyone to stay positive. But like I said, we got a lot of work to do, and things like you said, it's going on everywhere. But me personally, I would not give up on our community,
No doubt.
and a lot of that stuff has to do with the media, the white media, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. So once we get our own media, it could tell the real news. And things like that.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me ask you a question, Oki, because when you were saying, like, certain areas, I know social economics and the dollar plays a big role in how we attack each other a lot. And especially for a lot of the young guys that are out here, a lot of them are in survival mode. A lot of people that do the things that they do, especially our communities, is survival mode. So do you think that plays a big role, especially from your area, or for the reasons that the young black guys get out there and become their own businessmen with
It's
the
every city.
drugs and all of this stuff?
Right. I think right now what's really doing the most damage
Mm-hmm.
is the drugs and the alcohol addiction.
Mm.
That's what's doing the most damage, because and me and Drill, we had this conversation over
Right.
the summer.
Right.
My daughter had a spurs with drugs, and they had put in a hospital, because it had messed her up mentally. And she was calling me at the time, telling me she was the president of the United States, and I'm talking about all kinds of things, and it had me like I thought I lost my daughter.
Wow. She cool now, I don't know.
Yeah,
I remember you was showing me the messages. Yeah, he did tell me that. Yeah.
She
She came out of it. That's cool.
She a whole lot better, and I could talk to her now, and I'm
Wow.
appealing to her sense of reasoning. But the person, her father's son, her son father, he had a spell over the last couple of weeks where he took hostages. It was all on the news and the media. Well, the point being is this: here is that drugs and alcohol is what's really deteriorating the minds and the heart of the people. So and that's the reason why. And then I mean, like it's drug addiction and abuse
Right.
is happening throughout the United States because it's a social activity and it's something that people get together and do.
Right.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
glad she's doing better, man, because you was really concerned because you did actually show me the message that you was getting. I was like, wow. But look
Yeah.
what God did, though. So everything is good now.
Well, yeah, she back working and
Okay.
doing what she doing on with
Cool.
with her son and my
Okay.
grandson and I'm glad to see that. And I give thanks and honor to God. That
Right.
she have recovered somewhat because I got a sister that didn't recover, and she been institutionalized for about 20 something years.
Oh, wow.
And it's heart wrenching that she lost like that, and she was a beautiful sister. But it is what it is. It's not my will; it's the will of God.
Right. Right.
But the point what we were saying about and just like what you were saying about your father, your relationship with your father, and you showing him his due honor. This is the whole intended purpose of our message today.
That's right.
Is that we become the caregivers of our family, and we pass this down so our children can take on the same road.
That's right.
This is what we want. This is what I want to say, and this is the important part of our discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And I know men and women, we gonna bicker, but we can't be selfish, and when we was talking about bank accounts, we can't use our money to support a lifestyle when we got to use our money to support our lives and the lives we brought into this world.
Right.
And I think we all saying the same thing in different ways, but I think we on one accord, and
Of course.
I appreciate being able to share these views with y'all.
Right. That's what this talk show all about. We gonna have different opinions, but at the end of the day, we all love each other. I know the organization does. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna have different issues and different opinions. It's just the fact. I'm glad that we not in here arguing and taking it out this room.
No,
because,
we ain't gonna do that because we really agreeing. We just meeting in the middle.
That's
to come to the same conclusion and the same goals.
That's right.
Again,
I don't know. We have probably about 5 or 10 minutes left into the show. You have enough time to call in at 678-638-6626. I see some of my New Order family watching us live. I hope somebody call in. How you doing, Miss Chandler? Katina, thank you again for preparing my trip to Valdosta starting tomorrow. Knowing these laws, man, because we need to start knowing the laws, and I'm glad we're going in that direction when we attack issues and stuff like that. So again, we're talking about the role of the black family. We had a good discussion today. Anything you want to say over there, Miss Jeanette, about
I appreciate especially coming from the black male aspect of what you guys are saying, and women, ladies, please, we do need to.
We got a call coming in. I bet you somebody from the family.
Real talk with New Orleans. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is John Drummond, Chief of Staff from Columbus, Ohio.
What's up, Chief of Staff?
Blessings, peace and blessings to you all. Hello,
hey.
What's going on, bro? Oh, I'm sorry. That's my phone. Go ahead, John, with your comments. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Not really a comment. I came in kind of late. My apologies. I had my old man nap this afternoon. I woke up with like, oh, Lord, I done missed the show. Get in here and, say my process, my due process and love to my family.
Right.
I see that you guys are talking about family. I want it to be known that family can manifest in all different shapes, areas. Doesn't necessarily have to be the nuclear family. Doesn't have to be your kin or blood. It's all those that have similar mindsets and positive thoughts of moving forward, like our organization. You know, we are a family.
That's right.
And you know, you meet people like ourselves. You know, I noticed how you know, we interact with each other. You know, that's
Right.
exactly how a family is supposed to carry on in this in this society.
Right.
So just my 2 cents. Like I said, you know, family doesn't necessarily have to be your blood. It could be those that, you know what I'm saying, we all share a common bond with.
A
And
prime
that's how I feel
example,
about the New Order family.
Right. Prime example, John, when you came last week into the board of directors, that was your first time meeting Jeanette and Greg. But you see, even though you didn't meet them, and even though you just met them in person, but you felt that bond of family. You know what I mean?
Felt like I knew them all my life.
Right.
And you know, and it wasn't contrived. It didn't feel unreal.
Right.
It was natural.
That's right.
Definitely.
That's right.
You know, God brings people together
For a
especially
reason.
for His mission. And you know, New Order stands on the principles of the Christian family and
Right.
and doing right and serving our community. So I definitely felt that, you know what I'm saying, in my spirit when I was sitting with my board of directors and
Right.
my New Order family.
Right. I appreciate that, John. You're doing a wonderful job as running the legal department. You and Jeanette has a great duo work together, you know, and I always tell people we don't take cases off emotions. We go off facts. You got to have your documentation in line. So that's why we're very successful as an organization, you know, because people will lie to you, bro. And you know what I mean? We don't want to tell, you know, it's Privacy Act, but you know the calls that we get, man, is like it's just unreal sometimes. Like the last call we got, and we don't want to discuss it, but it's just that's what we go through. You know what I mean?
Well, if you wanna serve your community and you know, bring justice to a particular case, you know, you have to get the facts. You know,
Right.
Like you said, oftentimes people don't come, you know, 100%, but that's our job.
That's
Our
right.
job is to decipher, you know, what's factual, and we have a legal and research team,
Right.
and they're about their business, and they make sure we have the tools and the knowledge for us to move forward if
That's
we're going
right.
to move forward with the case. So
That's
yes,
right.
just understand that it's never a personal thing when we deal with the clients. We want to give you the best service possible, and
That's
by
right.
doing that, we're going to ask questions, we're going to research, and we're going to find out if it's something that we can really you know, put ourselves in a place to help you or not. So that's why the process is like it is.
Right. We got about 5 minutes left, John. Thanks for calling in or whatever. And we miss you already, bro. I know you'll be back in Atlanta soon. I hope when you move back down here, bro.
God bless my New Order family, and forever I love Atlanta. So yeah, I definitely will be back.
Right.
All right, same to
All
you,
right.
bro.
We got about 4 minutes to the show. I want to give a couple announcements before we end. If you want to donate to New Order, you can send something through PayPal on our website at www.nonhro.org, or you can cash app us at $New Order Donations. You can give us a call at 1-800-346-5138, or you can email us at n1992order@yahoo.com. We have about 3 minutes. Any final things you'd like to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I just want to say that I think we need to start creating more information.
We got enough time to take this last call? We got one more call. All right.
Real talk with New Order. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Savina Porter.
Savina.
I'm public relations director for New York National.
What's up, Savina? You sound kind of real muffled. Are you we can barely hear you.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me
You on speaker?
Are you on speakerphone?
my Bluetooth on.
Okay.
Let me take my Bluetooth off. My headphones.
All right. Well, while she's doing that, that's Savina Porter. She's been in the organization maybe about 5 years. She works remotely from Saginaw, Michigan. And I appreciate you and Sky and also Ty on marketing the organizations on a daily basis. I appreciate all the hard work that you're doing, Savina.
Welcome.
Yeah. Anything you want? We got about like 30 seconds. Go ahead if you want to say something right quick.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to chime in also to say, you know,
the role of the family is to love one to another.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what it is. You know.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I hate that you moved back.
Right here in the New Order family. So, big up to y'all family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate that you moved back to Michigan, but I know you wanted to be close to your grandkids and your daughters, so we understood that. But well, can you imagine if everybody was here locally? Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was gonna happen. Everybody was moving here, then everybody went back where they came from. But but we there in spirit. And like I said, what we plan to do, hopefully when this pandemic lifted, we need to have a gathering for the staff members as well. Have a little meet and greet or whatever, and have people come in from out of town. All right, Savina, we're going to go ahead. We got some other calls. I appreciate it, and just keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Right on, no problem.
All right.
New Order for life.
New Order for life. That's right. Wow, that's amazing, y'all. It's just God is good. We got to stay humble. Keep putting them first goals. We making some moves. Sometimes you got to move silently. And things like that. That board of directors meeting that we had last. As a matter of fact, I want to give a shout out to the vice president who's in Miami, Florida right now, working on the campaign. She couldn't make it, but one thing that showed me she's very dedicated because during our event, she called in and said she misses and stuff like that. So, and then to you all, Noki, the staff members, y'all on it. I want to give my boy Red Fidel a shout out, who's doing a wonderful job on our weekly live podcast. We just had Fred Hampton Jr. on our live podcast the other day. You was aware of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a wonderful job, so we got a good platform. So I don't know how much time we have left. So again, if you want to get in contact with New Order, please call us at 1-800-346-5138. Again, visit our website at www.nonhro.org. And remember, no one's going to save our children for us but us.
Exactly.
Okay. Again, I'm looking forward to my trip tomorrow. Y'all pray for me as well. I'm going to be leaving out first thing in the morning. Again, I am looking forward to it. And one thing I do know is that I'm going to be buying black, patronizing my money, black restaurant. It's all about black. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because for us to rise, we got to support each other economic-wise.
Yeah. Got to.
Yeah. Go ahead. We got about 3 minutes economic. Would you want to say something first?
Yeah. I was just saying that, man, continuously strive and struggle, for the success of our people and the unity of our country. All right. With that, New Order for life.
Okay. To my New Order family, love you all. We're going to go ahead and end this live footage on Facebook. Thank you.